again, most of lesson 2-2 is mental math. All right, you're just working backwards. How do you undo addition? How do you undo subtraction? How do you undo multiplication? How do you undo division? How do you undo a fraction? Multiply by the, there you go, multiply by the reciprocal. I promise you the quiz next Thursday is me looking at these and putting 3 problems on the test or the quiz that are very similar, just the numbers changed. All right, so you have to know how to do it. All right, now let's see if you understood what I said about mental math here. 416, what do I have to do to both sides? Everybody. Add 9. Right? Add 9. So right next to it, you don't have to do anything. You can just put x equals what? 13. X equals 13. That's what you're allowed to do. Now, number 17, are we getting rid of addition or are we getting rid of subtraction? We're getting rid of what? Subtraction. Because this right here, come on now, this right here is a what? Minus 6. So how do I get rid of minus 6? Add 6. So my answer is x equals -5. Aiden, I don't see your fingers on your iPad. I don't see you writing things down. I see you with your head down. Come on, man. I'm trying to get you into the game, and you're already daydreaming. Thomas, you still back there working, right? Yeah. All right, come on, sit up. 8th grade, sit up. I expect things out of you. You're allowed to communicate with me, Thomas. If you don't know something, you're allowed to say, give me some help back here. Head held high, shoulders back. Come on. Big 8th graders now. No wimpy people. All right? If I fuss at you, it's okay. All right? Pay attention. Speak up. Now, I just wrote down 17, x equals -5. If you don't know it's -5, you're supposed to say, hey, I'm not sure.
This isn't about like how we try to, we have to put the x.
What do you want to put down?
Like just the answer.
No, you have to put x equals -5 because it's a solution to an equation. All right? Solution to an equation. All right, now they're trying to give you some real hard fractions here. So again, how do I get rid of addition? Subtraction. Thank you, Thomas. So what is the answer to number 18? W equals what, guys? 2/9. Speak up. If you don't know it's 2/9, you have a problem. 2/9. Yes, sir. 7/9 minus 5/9. 7/9 minus 5/9. It already has a common denominator, correct? Thank you, Joseph. You don't know, ask. All right. So now, tell me, what am I doing on this one? Yes, you subtract 1.7. And so what do I get? M equals what? M equals 2.1. That's what I'm saying. It's just mental math. Leighton, correct? Jack, you all right over there? Now, Carter, what am I doing now?
5 times 12.
5 times 12. What is that? A equals 60. Number 21. Carly, what do we got?
6.
Yes, but say it again. Y equals 6. That is correct. Aiden, how you doing on that so far? Good. Thomas, so far? Everything's good. Bless you. Noah, how are you doing? All right, now we have a fraction. I asked you earlier, how do I undo a fraction? We say we multiply by the reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of 2/5? 5.
5 over 2.
Thank you. 5/2. So what I want everybody to do now is I want you to write the reciprocal right next to the fraction. 5/2. The The reason why I want you to do that is because I'm trying to show you why we do the reciprocal. We do the reciprocal because what's happening to the 5s? What's happening to the 2s? There you have it. So now I want to put a 5 over 2 next to the negative 4. And when I do that, 5 over 2. There's two ways you can do it. You can go negative 4 times 5, which is what? Negative 20, and then divide that by 2. So B is equal to negative 10. Now I prefer to reduce first because it just makes the operation or it makes the multiplication easier. So I like to say negative 4 divided by 2, which is negative 2, and then times 5, which is negative 10. Yes, ma'am. Good for you.
I don't understand how you got negative.
Okay. So here we go. Do you understand that this is the same as like 4 over 1? So what we're essentially doing is we're just multiplying negative 4 times 5. What is that? Well, negative 20. And then what is a fraction bar the same as? What operation? Add, subtract, multiply. Yeah. So what's negative 20 divided by 2? Negative 10. Now you're good. All right, that's what I like to see. If you're not sure, speak up. Noah, you good? All right. Now, the next one. Again, I have divided by 16. So what do I have to do to both sides? Coleman. Now, am I going to multiply by positive 16 or negative 16? Negative 16. So we're going to multiply by negative 16. Multiply by negative 16. Yes, sir.
I think I got the answer.
Tell me what it is.
I got negative 14.
Negative times a negative is always a what?
Positive.
Positive now? Say it. Positive what?
Positive 14.
T equals 14. T equals 14. What?
Can you do it another way?
Divide first. Or multiply.
Like, you say 16 times 2 is 8, and then 7 times 2 is 13.
No, I don't want you thinking like that. What? Good for you, Aiden. No. Remember, you're reducing a fraction, buddy. This is not a proportion. It's not a proportion. Good for you. All right? Okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't get how to get 14.
so look right here. Here's what I'm telling you guys now. Please watch me. All right, please watch. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a different color. What does this mean right here? What does this mean right here? Divide. Come on. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take this number right here and then this operation. What is that? By this. What's that? 16 divided by 8 is what? 2. And then you cross this out, make it a 2. Cross this out, make it a 1. And now you're just taking this 7 and multiplying it by 2 and get 14. Is that good? Is that good now? Listen, and remember what I tell somebody all the time. Sometimes I get loud. It's to try to capture your attention. But still, if that wasn't good enough, Aiden, I want you to tell me. Be brave enough to say, I'm still not sure what you did. Good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it a little better for you. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go negative 7/8 times negative 16 over 1. You see that now, right? Now, again, 8 goes into 8 once. 8 goes into 16 twice. You see how I did that? You sure? Now, it's still multiplication. So now I'm multiplying this and this together. What's 7 times 2? 1 times 1. 14. You hear me on this now? Right? Thomas?
Yes.
You happy with that?
Yes. How'd you not, like, why is that negative?
It should be positive, right?
Yeah.
Because there's two negatives. All right, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to highlight this negative right here and this negative right here. Negative times a negative is a positive. Agreed?
Mhm.
Come on, no reason not to know one-step equations. Seriously, we honestly, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but we started one-step equations in 5th grade. The very end of 5th grade. All right? Nothing hard, just the basics. Just to get you to learn going backwards. All right, that's all we're doing, learning to think backwards. All right? Now, again, guys, I'm trying to emphasize because I don't want you to be afraid to ask me anything, even when I'm fussing. Speak up. Anybody have any questions with those problems? I'm expecting everybody to understand one-step equations now. Now I'm getting to the word problem. No, let me just read it first. Good for you. Good.
So when you're dividing like fractions, you can always do that. Like, then you either do the 8 and
Yes, reduce them. We
So
say
is that
cross-reducing
Is it only with division, or
with anything as far as multiplying or dividing. Right, so if I gave you another example, if I said, 8/3 divided by, let's say I said 9/4. Remember, the first thing you have to do is go 8/3 times 4/9, and then you reduce, if you can. But I put a problem there, you can't really reduce. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So then you would just multiply straight across. 32/27. You agree with that now?
Mhm.
All right, good for you.
When do you find the common denominator?
Very good question. Common denominators always when you're adding and subtracting. Always when you're adding and subtracting, okay? You can't add or subtract unless you have a common denominator. All right, just so happens that this one had a common denominator, okay? The one that we did up here, number 18. Okay? All right, now let's look at the word problem. Max is 4 years younger than his sister Brenda. Max is 16 years old. All right, so here is what I would like for you to do. Max, what letter do we want to use for max? M. Max, what does is mean? Equals. Max is 4 years younger than Brenda. So how do I write 4 years younger than Brenda? Say. Yes, good job, kiddo. B minus 4. So Max is equal to Brenda minus 4. Is that good with everybody on that? Everybody see that? What?
I did it different way.
No, that's okay, but let me get to the answer and see if it's your way. Now it says Max is what?
16.
Max is 16 years old, right? So wherever I see Max, I can put what?
16.
16. So if Max is 16, Brenda will be what? Brenda will be 20. We just added it to both sides. Now some of you are saying, well, I just knew what the answer was. Is that good if you just know what the answer is? Yes. If you just know the answer was 20, that means you can read the word problem well. I'm just showing you the math behind the solution, that's all. You okay with that? All right, now come on guys. Everybody agree with me? That wasn't that hard, right? Everybody good? Everybody good? All right, so that's a good review for that. Let's just go to the next one now. All right, now I'm going to write 25 right over here. All right, 2, and you can do that too because I made some space off to the side. 2d minus 4 equals 8. You're not just squishing it in between. All right, go off to the side like I'm doing. Now, these are called two-step equations. All right? So for the two-step equations, what do I have to do first?
Plus 4.
Yes, good. Now, listen, do I expect you guys to put plus 4 here? No, because you guys are doing good. All right? And remember what I said, Aiden. You speak up if you don't know something. Thomas, you hear me? Speak up. All right, so you don't have to do that. Is it okay to do that, though? Yeah, do that if it makes you feel better. All right, but we could just say 2d equals 12. I know you just told me the answer, but that's the step I want in there. 2d equals 12. And then the final answer is, say it again. Yes, but I prefer that you say D equals 6. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that over because I don't want to get sloppy, and I want everybody to put 25 right next to it so I can see what it is. And then right next to 25, I'm going to go ahead and put what? 26. So here we go with 26. All right, -9. Now watch me. I don't like doing that. I would rather do, see if you're following me, 3t plus 6 equals -9. Does everybody see that? Everybody okay with that? It's called the symmetric property. I just turned it around. All right, now what do I have to do to both sides? Subtract 6. And if I subtract 6, what's -9 minus 6? Yes, -15. Good job. -15. And then we just say t equals -5. Jack, how are you in the back? Mr. Brennan? Justice? Girls up front? Everybody okay with that? All right, let's check out 27 now. Now again, I'm going to do 27 the same way. Watch this, guys. So to me, if I'm going to rewrite something, I might as well write it in the right order. So what am I going to do for 27? Right, -8 minus 2k equals 14. Now tell me.
What do you do? Plus 8?
Yes, add 8. What do I get?
You get 22.
Yes, thank you. Don't forget the what? Equals 22. What equals 22, Jack? Yes, -2k. Don't forget to bring down the negative. One of the biggest mistakes kids make is they forget the negative.
And then so the answer would be k equals -11.
Yes, k equals -11. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Aiden, you still good back there? Thomas, you still good?
Yeah.
Hold up your iPad for me, Thomas. I want to see how good you are. Let me see it. All right. You guys, some of you guys, I think part of the problem is, does everybody agree I don't have the neatest handwriting, right? But does everybody see I write in block letters so it's easy to follow? Right? I don't write big and then small. That's why I also like this thing if I want to move it around a little bit and shrink it down or I use all that. All right, that's what I want you to do. I don't care about your writing being a little sloppy. I care if you're disorganized. That means your numbers are everywhere. Get organized, Thomas. All right? I know what a great drawer you are. You ought to be able to write block numbers. Organized. That's part of math, being organized. Yes, ma'am.
When you're rewriting a problem, does it matter if you put -2k first?
I was going to say, I was even going to put that. Yes, that would be even better. All right, you got the same answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So again, even better for me, my brain likes the k first. So if you did that, I was happy, real happy actually. All right, but not necessary. Okay? All right, let's look at 28 now. So I'm going to write down 28. N over 4 minus 7 equals -2. Thank you, Justice.
So you add 7.
Add 7, so I
and
get
equal 5.
N over 4 equals 5. Thank you,
And then
Justice.
you multiply by the reciprocal.
Yep.
So it would be 4n and then drop cancel out.
Uh-huh.
And then it would be 4. It would be 4 times 5.
Yes.
And that's just 20. So n equals 20.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Justice. Perfect. N equals 20. N equals 20. All right. Let's check out 29 now. All right. I want everybody to put a little star by 29. R plus 4 divided by 3 equals 7. This is kind of like an exception to the rule, Carter, right? What do I have to do on this first? You know, Carter? What do I have to do first on this one? Jack, help him.
Did you add
What?
I don't know if this is right.
Well, we're going to tell you.
I did 7 times 3.
Yay, great. Good job. This is the exception to the rule where normally, remember, I say get rid of addition and subtraction first, right? But what I really want you to think about is this right here is a quantity. This whole thing is being divided by 3. So if I want to work backwards, I have to do what first this time? Multiply by 3. All right? So I want everybody to put a times 3 right next to it, times 3 right next to it. Thank you. That was great. All right? So now I have what? R plus 4 equals 21. Beautiful. Any questions with that? Any questions?
How come you're doing it so like for all?
I'm not done yet. Because now what do I have to do? Just finish it up for us.
So I subtracted 4.
That is
from
correct.
21,
That's correct. And R equals?
17.
Beautiful. R equals 17. R equals 17. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, here we go. Let's do 30 now. All right, 30. 9 minus a over 2 equals negative 18. All right, Thomas, tell me what to do on this one. By what? Times what? Yes, come on, Thomas, speak up, buddy. Come on, man. I saw you out in the hallway the other day just laughing, carrying on, being loud, and you don't have to be quiet in here. Speak up. I can't hear you. Remember, I'm old. I don't want to have to show you my hearing aid. Okay, it's embarrassing. Good job. Say it. Why are we getting negative 9? Thomas, don't be sorry. I'm just asking you a question. What do we got here, Thomas? What happens to this times 2 and this divided by 2 over here, Thomas? What do they do to each other? What does this 2 and this 2 do to each other? Well, what's 2 divided by 2, Thomas? They cancel is what I want you to say. That is correct. It is 1. You see why I'm doing that now, right? So that cancels out. So what's left? Thank you. Loud and proud. Thank you. 9 minus a is equal to. Now you just have to tell me what 18 times 2 is. Sometimes, but today it's negative. Tell them you meant negative 36. And don't worry about that, Thomas. Negative 36. All right? Just glad you're being loud. Now what do I have to do? No, because listen to me. Now I'm teaching you, so pay attention. So how are these things connected? What is the 9 right now? The 9 is a positive. How do I get rid of a positive 9? Because we're working backwards. Minus 9. Minus 9. That's what we're doing. So now, negative a. So now you have to tell me what negative 36 minus 9 is. Are you adding or subtracting? If you owe your mom 9 and you owe your dad 36, do you owe more or do you owe less? Yes, thank you. Negative 45. 1 second. He's almost done. Now, the next thing from last year, I tried to show you guys, whenever the variable is negative, that just means to do what to the signs? Change them. If the variable is negative, you change the signs. So negative a becomes a what? Positive a, and a negative 45 becomes a positive 45. That is correct. That is correct. Yes, ma'am. Speak up now.
Why do you subtract? Why do you add 9 instead of subtract?
Very good question. Because, listen to me, think about this. I always tell kids, think in terms of money. You with me? If you owe your mom 36 and you owe your dad 9, you owe altogether what? That's why I added them.
I just don't understand because you subtracted 9.
Yes, because this is a what type of 9? Positive 9. The mistake most kids make is this right here. That's why I say, hold up, is the bell about to ring? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I have to.
Oh, okay. So just give me one more minute. All right, one more minute. I'll tell you what the homework is. Hey, so this, somebody said to me earlier, watch. It's better if you write it like this. Now watch. It's better if you write it as negative a plus 9 equals negative 36, because now you can see better it's a what? It's a minus 9. I don't remember who said that to me, but that's what that's how I write it. That way I can tell instead of getting rid of plus 9, it's a what? Minus 9. And when it's out of order, sometimes it's harder to see. Does that make sense? So where are we at?
I just don't understand why you. Oh, because it's a negative.
That's exactly correct.
Okay, I get it now.
All right, good, perfect. Now for homework, what number am I on right now? 30. So for homework, guys, I really want you to try. We're probably going to end up down here, but I want you to try 37 through 44. That's what the homework is. All right. I still have a few minutes, but for those of you guys who are acolyting, you need to go. All right. All right. So here we go. That was 30, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's knock out 31, guys. So 31. 6g minus 3.5 equals 8.5. Is that good? Okay. Carson, here we go. Thank you. That's perfect. Just like that. Very nice. No distractions, just asking politely. Much appreciated. Now I don't have to get all loud like I was last year. All right? Go. Tell me what to do. Adding 3.5. Now, let's see if we can do the decimals. 8 plus 3 is what? 0.5 and 0.5 makes a 11 plus 1. Yes, the mental math on that. Everybody should be able to say 6g equals 12. And then g equals 2. Perfect. G equals 2.
Do we have to, can we write x instead of
Yeah, I'm also good with that. You'll notice on the test, most of the time it's x. All right, most of the time it's x. All right, anybody have any questions or concerns with that? Anybody? All right, let's have some more fun. 32. Point 2 plus 4 equals 6. What letter was it? Point 2 what? Plus, did I say 4 equals 6? Like this? All right, don't forget there's a decimal there. All right, so it's a good review of decimals. All right, let me hear someone else. No, I didn't hear from you today.
which one?
I'm on number 32 right here on the board. What do I have to do first?
You add 4 subtract 4 from
Very good, thank you. So point 2c equals what?
2.
That is correct.
And C equals
Very, very good. All right, c equals 10. That was nice. All right, now we're going to review that. 2 divided by 0.2. Right? Remember, this moves over 1. So this moves over 1. So that's the same as 20 divided by 2. That's how we got the 10. Very nice. No, thank you. All right, Yosef, I didn't hear from you today. All right, so let's have you do 34. Oh, yeah, 33. Thank you. And what I'm going to do right now is this. All right, here we go for 33. All right, Yosef, what do I do first?
Plus 9.2.
Tell me what that is.
It's, you know,
9 plus 3.
it's, well,
There you go. And 0.5 and 0.2.
7.
Yes, there you go, buddy. Right? F over 3 equals 12.7. Now, what do I do to both sides?
Times it by 3.
Yes, multiply by 3. All right, so now, let me see you do this mental math, Yosef. What's 12 times 3?
It's 40.
No, 12 times 3. 3 times 10. 3 times 2.
6.
So 3 times 12 is? So one more time. 3 times 10. 3 times 2.
36.
There you go, buddy. Don't be nervous. 36. All right. Now think of this. If you have 70 cents, multiply it by 3. How much money would you have? 70 cents, 3 times. How much money would you have? What's 3 times 7? With a, so it would be 2.
21.
There you go. 2.1. Think it through, right? Don't have to be quick. 2.1. All right. So now 36 plus 2.1 is what? That is correct. 38.1. So F is equal to 38.1. And some of you just saying, can't I just multiply 12.7 by 3 and do it the old way? Yes, I don't care. I'm trying to make you better with numbers. That's what I'm trying to do. Mental math is important when you get to higher level math. All right, so you guys heard what I said, right? I want you to go up to 44. Try that. Up to 44 for homework. Everybody okay with that? All right, be extra good in chapel today. You guys know, just go straight across.